Yo, okay, so check this out right here. You see what I got on the screen right now? I did a Google search and I did want business, right? Because I wanted to show business, and these are all the images for the business. So, hey, business people, this one's for you. So check this out. I'm gonna show you the show and I'm gonna show you the flow, right? So the reason why I'm doing this right now is because there was something that happened, right? It's called COVID-19 lockdowns, right? You remember when that happened? It was crazy. It was interesting. It was super fun, right? It was fun, but it was just weird, right? So you know what happened was, right, businesses, right? This is what they did. They said, stay at home, right? So the government people told the people to stay at home. They implemented curfews. They set up quarantines, right? They did all sorts of crazy things and stuff like that. And then because of that, a lot of businesses were harmed, man, and then that was just not cool to me. I didn't like that. So then I had to figure out, where did they get this power from? How did the government get the power to tell the people to stay home, right? And then that's just what we're going to show you right now. We're going to show you that they don't have that power, right? They never had that power. It's just that the people lack knowledge. Now, I'm going to show you the keyword flow. Ready? We always have to set it up just like this, right? We always have to show the order of the realm. Okay, so the order of the realm looks like this. God created the world. Check. God created man, aka the people. Check. People created states. Check. People created constitutions. Check. People created governments. Check. Question. When did government become boss of the people? Okay, so let's go. Here we go. Boom. Check this out. Right, so here goes a word right here. It's called obey, right? So most people think of obey means to carry out the commands of someone, but obey literally means listen to, right? So it's two words. Obe is to, and then you have our to perceive, right? But audere is listen and hear, right? So you have to hear. Right, so when you obey, you're listening to, you're hearing. Use your ears, man. All right, so check this out. We're getting ready to get into the maxims, right? So we always show the maxims because the maxims are the great laws, right? These are the laws that all the laws sit on, right? So these are fundamental laws, okay? So check out 72I. What does it say? It says, obedience is the essence of law, okay? So you have to remember that. You have to listen and you have to hear because that is the essence of law. Okay, let's keep it moving. Here goes 35B. Let everyone employ himself in what he knows. Okay, that is a fact. Okay, so you can earn with whatever it is that you have inside of your head. You can get out there and then you can make something. You can do something, right? You don't have to be bound by any government entity in order for you to employ yourself in what you know. Okay, think about all those regulations out there. All right, let's keep it moving. Boom, check this one out right here. 24K, I like this one. The contract makes the law. That's a fact, man. Contract, anything that's written down, that you put down when you have another man or another woman sitting across from each other, and you write some words down and you say, do you agree to those words? And they're like, yeah, I do. And then you say, do you agree to those words? And they're like, yeah, I do. And then you sign it and then you date it and then boom, that's contract. You're bound, right? Like marriage. Marriage is a contract. Scary simple service. Okay, so check this out. Remember, I had the images up here because I wanted to show the images, right? But this is what I do, right? I show people Plato's cave. So we go and we travel through Plato's cave because it's just fun, man. Because Plato's cave is where you have people that are looking at the screen, right? But someone else is showing them what to look at the screen, where the people never know that they're being controlled by someone else, right? So what we do is that we try to bring people to the light, man. Scary simple service. Ready? Keep it going. Grand jury. Hi, grand jury. I like you guys because you guys are fun, right? So I have the grand jury up here because this is what we do, right? We are the great word, the great law. We show the words, man. And then this is how we show the grand jury, right? So here's in California, the California courts right here. But if you want to look and see what the function is of the grand jury, the function is to investigate the operations of the various officers, departments, and agencies of local government. Remember, The reason why we're doing this right now is because of the COVID-19 lockdowns, right? So who locked the people down? The government locked the people down, right? So now we have to investigate, where did they get this power from, right? And we do it by showing the word, right? And then one of the ways that we do that, right, is that we try to look for maladministration. What is maladministration? Scary simple. Faulty or improper management of affairs. Whose affairs? The people's affairs, right? So this is what we do now. We look for maladministration. I'll show you what else we do, right? We look for treason. Oh my God, treason. Not a bad word, but it's a serious word, right? We want to see who delivers, who hands over, who betrays the trust, right? Because the people have given certain entities the trust, right? Our governments are our trustees, which means that they are our servants. The governments are the people's servants, man. And the people just forgot that. Now we have to show them who the boss is, okay? Let's keep it moving. War. So we always look for war. War is not pew pew bombs and things like that. It's not a large scale military conflict, even though that's what the normal people think it is. This is what war is right here. So if you look at right here, we look to see, is there confusion? We look to see, are they mixing up things, right? So if you confuse the people, you're bringing war. If you mix up the people, you're bringing war. Scary simple service, okay? Let's keep it going. Agent, right? So we're always looking at the agent because we want to see who's driving it. We want to see who's drawing it out. We want to see who's moving it. We want to see the one who's acting, right? So what agents are the ones that are causing the actions that we're seeing that are causing harm to the people? Scary simple, right? Let's keep it going. This is what we do now. We teach. It's so fun because we like to teach, because we like to show, we like to point out, we like to declare, we like to demonstrate. But teaching is just so much fun because all you're doing is showing, man. We're showing the word, and once you see the word, you know what's up. Scary simple, okay? Let's get into the meat now, right? So we're always walking in the California constitutions. And then the reason why we're in the California constitutions is because that's just where we happen to be right now. But we show all the constitutions. We teach the constitutions. We show you what's up, right? And then we always start off with the preamble, because in the preamble you have to see before you walk. What were the words that were listed before you walk? And it says it right here. We, the people of the state of California, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom, in order to secure and perpetuate its blessings, do establish this Constitution, right? So this Constitution was created and it was written by the people, and we wrote it for our public servants, man. And this is what the rules that we told our public servants that they can and cannot do, right? So we always go into Article 1 of California because that's the Declaration of Rights, right? So the people listed their rights, and we just said, hey, man, we're just going to write these rights down, and we're going to let you know that you guys, our government people, you don't mess with these, okay? These are set aside. These are for the people. This is why we always show them, right? So check out text of Section 1. What does it say? It says, all people are by nature free and independent and have inalienable rights. That means that you can never take them away. Okay, among these are enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and pursuing and obtaining safety, happiness, and privacy, man. Okay, so no government entity can take these away, right? These are the people's, right? So every man and every woman, these are fundamental. No one can ever take them away from you, okay? Keep it moving, right? So check this one out right here. We're still in Article 1, right? And here goes text of Section 9. A bill of attainder ex post facto law or law impairing the obligation of contracts may not be passed, right? So if you have a contract written down between two people, no government entity can affect those, right? So you cannot break a contract, right? Because that's a maxim. Remember when we showed that maxim? Okay, so let's keep it going. Here we go. Article 4, California Constitution. Check this out right here. Text of Section 1. The legislative power of this state is vested in the California legislature, which consists of the Senate and the Assembly, right? But the people, remember that? The people reserve to themselves the power of initiative and referendum, right? So the people are the ultimate bosses of the legislatures, right? It's not the other way around, right? So when they say, oh, we're your leaders. Not true. That's false. You have to point this out, because every time you always have to show them what's up, man. You always have to teach them the rules, right? Because they forget the rules, because that's just how it is. Because you know why? Some people don't know how to read, and that's why we read for them now. Okay, let's keep it moving. Here goes Article 3, California Constitution. Okay, so you remember right here. Checks of section 3.5, an administrative agency, including an administrative agency created by the California or an initiative statute, has no power, right? So no agency has any power. They cannot do anything, right? Because they are creatures of the government, and those are creatures of the people, because the people created it, right? Scary simple service. Okay, let's keep it going, right? So this is what we like to show, because every man and every woman who says that they will serve the people as a government officer or a public officer or an employee, they all have to swear, they all have to take an oath, and they all have to say that they will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of California, or whatever state that you're in, against all enemies, foreign and domestic, right? You know, so what's happened is that the people no longer read their state's constitutions, because the people no longer know what their fundamental rights are, because they've been taught by their lawyers not to look at it, man. So that's just what we do now. So we teach and we show the people what's up, because we show you who's boss, man. Okay, so let's keep it going. Let's have some fun. All right, so here we go. Hi, California Secretary of State, servant of the people, right? This one's for you. So we're showing you what's up, right? And then we're going to show all those people out there that are business people who the boss is, right? And it's not you, right? The people are the boss. Okay, so check this out. Here's what's about the agency. The Secretary of State office comprises of nearly 500 people, blah, 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 right? But then check this out. They want to make the government more transparent, accessible in the areas of elections, businesses, political campaigning, and blah, 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 right? So look at their responsibilities. Their responsibilities are stupid simple, right? You see where it says it right here? Maintaining business filings, right? You know, so every business that has a business license, you guys are giving up your business to the control. You're giving up jurisdiction to the state of California, right? And then once you do that, you're bound to their rules, man. You are bound to their rules, because it says it right here, right? The Business Program Division, the largest division of the Secretary of State's office, supports California businesses by registering and authenticating business entities, right? Why do you seek authentication? Do you not know who you are, right? If you don't know who you are, then you need to have them give you authenticity. That's just not fun, man. You know, so you don't know who you are. And when you don't know who you are, you will be controlled by someone else, right? Or another entity. And right now, it's the California Secretary of State. Okay, let's keep it moving, right? So look at all the entities that they control in California, right? So if you want to start a business, so I know a lot of people who say, hey, I'm a business owner. And you're like, oh, really? Seriously? You're a business owner? Who's your boss? Right? And they're like, I'm my own boss. I'm proud. And you're like, okay, you know, so if you lock down, that means that you're not boss, right? So if you lock down because the state of California said you better lock down and you better shut your doors because you're not essential, then that means that they're your boss, right? And look at who they're the boss of. They're the boss of corporations. They're the boss of limited liability companies, limited partnership companies, general partnership companies, limited liability partnerships, sole proprietorships, right? So these are the boss, the state of California, right, is the boss of all of these corporations. But here's a fun fact. You know who's the boss of the state of California? The people. Right? So the people control all of these things, right? And you know who works in these right here? People, right? So this is where the game gets really cold, man, because you don't know who you are, right? As a people, that means that you will always be controlled by someone else, right? But this is why we show you now. We show you what's up, man. Okay, so let's keep it moving, right? What are the people? Everybody's like, oh, it's a human, it's a person, it's a general, men and women, right? Yeah, that's a fun fact, but you know, check this one out right here. This is where I like it, right? So the Proto-Italic root is said to mean army, right? You know, so the people are the army. That's a fun word, man. All right, let's keep it going. Here we go. Public. What is public? Oh, okay. Open to general observations? Nah, not really. Here goes the public, from Latin populus, people, right? So they use another word, public, to describe the people, right? So this is when you get into spellcraft, right? This is when they start moving the words around and tricking the people, right? So if you don't know that you're one of the people, if you don't know that you're a man or you're a woman, right, and then they call you something else, then you will be bound to what they call you, right? So that's just what it is, man. So let's keep it going. Boss, I like this one too. Here we go. Boss, are you the overseer? Are you one who employs or oversees workers? Right? That's what they say boss is, right? You know, boss is a master, right? So who is the boss of the people, right? I know it's not the government, right? But everybody was acting like the government was the overseer and the boss of them, right? That was just fun just to watch. But then we learned so much because we know who boss is right now. Boss is the people, not the government. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Business. This is another fun one, right? Because, you know, the Secretary of State, they log all the businesses, right? They log all the care, the anxiety, and the occupation. Oh my God, how can they do that, right? You know, busy, right? Busyness, right? You know, it's just fun, right? A state of being much occupied or engaged, right? So when you're busy and you're moving around and blah, 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 that's what they call the business, man. You know, so you need to know what the words are. So once you know what the words are, you're going to free yourself. And we show you what's up with the words, man. Scary, simple service, right? So check this out right here. This is another fun one. Private, right? I'm private. I am of oneself. I am set apart, right? Because that's what this says, right? You see, privatus, set apart, right? I am not public, right? I am private. And when you're private, you're in a different jurisdiction, right? You see this right here. In front of, before, from root, per, forward, right? So when you're private, you're in a different jurisdiction than the public, right? You got to remember that. These words are very important, right? Because you will be known by your words, right? Member, right? Here's another fun one, right? You see this right here where it says flesh, right? Mems, flesh, meat, right? So your meat, your flesh, your body is a member, right? So what you have, what you walk around in the land and in the realm in, that's your member, that's your body, right? So I hope that your body right here is private. You know, I hope it's not public, because you better control your own flesh. You better control your own meat, right? I know that that's a hard word for a lot of people to see, but the words are the words, man. They mean what they mean. Stupid, simple service, right? So let's check it out. Associate. Here's another fun word. You know, join in company, right? Combine, right? You know, see this one right here? Right? Seque, right? Seque, to follow, right? Unite with, to follow, right? So you unite and you follow. That's what you do when you associate with men and with women. You unite and then you follow. You walk together, okay? So check this out. We love the law, man, because that's what we do. We show the law. We teach the law. We show you how to operate in the lawful way, right? Stupid, simple service, right? And we're making a claim right now because a claim is a set of operative facts, right? Creating a right enforceable in court, right? So this right here is an example of a court. These things that I just showed you were the facts, man. And then look at this right here. The COVID-19, right? Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, a number of non-pharmaceutical interventions, colloquially known as lockdowns, right? You know, the stay-at-home orders, right? This was all unlawful, right? This was against the law, right? Because you know why? Right here, all people are by nature free, right? So they tricked the people, right, by calling them something else, right? I'm going to show you what they did, right? They told you, are you an essential worker, right? So they told a bunch of people who were running their own businesses, they said, hey, if you're not an essential worker, you better stay at home. And I was like, whoa, what? You know, how can you tell people who are free by nature to stay at home? But you know what was sad is that a lot of people did that. A lot of people harmed themselves. A lot of people stayed away from their family members because another entity told them to stay at home, right? Now you need to ask yourself, who's your master? Who's your boss, right? Check this out right here. Is it the United States Department of Labor? Is this your master? Is this your boss? Are these the people who control you, right? Emergency response, workers, employees. Are you a worker? Are you an employee? Do you even know what these words means, right? You know, but look at this right here. It says this guidance is not a standard or a regulation. Wait, what? Why did everybody stay home? And it creates no legal obligations, right? So every man And every woman that I know during the COVID-19 pandemic, they stayed home, right? They followed the rules of their master, right? Which they were calling their government is their master. And then you know who's the boss of the government? The people are the boss of the government. You know why we know that? Right? Because right here, we the people of the state of California, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom in order to secure and perpetuate its blessings, do establish this Constitution, right? So every Constitution, the governments operate under the Constitution, and the creators of the Constitution is the people. Scary simple service, man. You know, so let's keep it moving. Where are we? Okay, so we were already right here, right? We showed the Department of Labor. Look at this, right? So here goes the state of California Health and Human Services, California Department of Public Health. Oh my God, Department of Public Health? Isn't this another entity of the government? Who's the boss of the public health? The people, right? You know, who's the governor, right? Gavin Newsom. Who's the boss of the governor? The people, right? But look at what he wrote, and look at what everybody obeyed, right? To protect all Californians, it is important to continue to control the spread of COVID-19 in our homes, workplaces, and communities, right? They had no ability and they had no authority to do this, but the people listened because the people lack knowledge, right? And I say that is because the people never read their constitutions, and the people never associated with people that will be able to show them how to operate as free men and free women, right? Scary simple service, man. You know, so check this out. Let's keep it going. You see this? To protect, here goes the executive order and 3320, right? So this is what the governor wrote down, and then this is what all of the corporations had to follow, right? Because if you are a business and you are registered under the state of California, you better follow these rules because that's what we set up, right? So to protect the public health, I, as state public health officer and director of the California Department of Public Health, order all individuals living in the state of California to stay home, right? Okay, look at, you see how you will be known by your words? It doesn't say the people, right? It doesn't say the people. It doesn't say private, right? It doesn't say associates, right? It says individuals, right? So if you don't know who you are or what you are, you will be bound by the words that they say, man. And then that's the trickery. That's the spellcraft, right? So check this out right here. You know, here goes the CDC, right? We're in the CDC, and look at what they said. Workplace prevention strategies to prevent and reduce transmission and maintain healthy business operations in non-healthcare workplaces, right? So the reason why the CDC got in this bit right here is because the only authority that we gave the government is to regulate commerce, right? That's it, right? So that's all. The only power the government has is to regulate commerce, right? They don't have any other ability or any other authority, right? It's scary simple. So once you know the words, you're going to be free, man. Stupid simple service. Okay, remember? United States Department of Labor. Oh my God, what's that, right? You know, regulations, healthcare rulemaking. Oh my God, do you guys have this ability? Do you have the power to make rules, right? Do you have the power to interfere with contract? No, you don't. You can't interfere with contract. What is the United States Department of Labor, right? Here's the purpose. The purpose of the Department of Labor is to foster, promote, and develop the well-being of the wage earners. Oh my God. Are you a wage earner? Are you a job seeker? And are you a retiree of the United States? If you don't know who you are, you put yourself in this box, then you will be regulated by this box, man. You know, and then the reason why we like doing this now is because we do this right here, right? We come from God, right? You know, and this is what we do, and then we operate in the jurisdiction that God created for us, right? And then this is what God said. No servant can serve two masters. That's a fact. For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon, right? So this is what it is, right? So you cannot serve God and the government, right? You have to choose, right? And that's what you get to do in this realm. You get free will, right? And then a lot of people chose to serve mammon, right? And then mammon means rich gain, right? That's what that means, rich gain, right? So if you serve the riches and you serve the gain, then you're serving mammon. And that's how they were able to lock you down, man. So check this out. Let's keep it going. John 1:1, this is one of my favorites. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, right? So every time you see the Word, you're seeing God, right? So God word, God. Scary simple service, man. That's how everything begins, right? So if we have no words, we can't communicate with each other. We can't see what's inside each other's minds, and we can't function. Stupid simple service, right? So let me show you something else too. Right? I'm going to show you where man and women come from, right? And everybody's like, no, that's not true. We come from blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm going to show you the word, and this is what the word says. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion. Right? So who has dominion? Man has dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. What? That means everything, right? That means man has dominion over everything. And when I say man, that means man, woman, right? Same thing. We're the same, right? So we have dominion over everything. You know why? Because God says so. God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Right? So when you think about all these words that they're trying to give people right now, and they're saying, what's your identity? Right? I am a man, right? And I either speak to men and women, and I know that that's all that's out there, right? So when I see the other people out there wandering around, I know that there's either men and they're either women. It's that simple for me, right? And I can put them in that box, and then that allows me to communicate with them all, right? You know why? Check this out. There's an order of this realm, right? God created the world. Check. God created man, aka the people. Check. People created states. Check. People created constitutions. Check. People created governments. Check. Question. When did government become boss of the people? Answer. Never. Government has never been the boss of the people. What has happened is that the people just forgot who they are because they didn't read the Constitution. And that's what we do for you now, man. All right, so that's my bit. That's it. I'm done. So all you business people, everyone that is a business people, if you wish to be free, if you wish to operate as a private member associate, right? If you wish to operate in a different jurisdiction than the public jurisdiction, and if you wish to serve the people and do what you do because you should be employed by what you know, contact us, right? And then we're gonna get down and we're gonna have some fun, and then we'll write up some documents and we'll make some contracts, and then you'll be free, man. You'll be free, right? You know why? Remember, all people are by nature free and independent and have inalienable rights. We will show you what those rights are, and we will put it down on the paper, and then we will show you how to use the paper so then that way you can keep the government entities away from you. Okay, so I'm gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna just keep it busy, right? Because I like to work out. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.